The Aztecs are back where we hoped they were going to be, playing outstanding basketball. And joining us right now, assistant coach Dave Velasquez. Coach, I remember our conversation after the disappointments against Utah State, especially offensively, and you, Coach Acker, joined us, Dutch, just talking about we got to be more aggressive. I mean, we got to be more aggressive offensively. And apparently the message conveyed with your players, because we haven't seen this kind of consistent aggression from the Aztecs offense in a while. So give us your perspective on how things are really kicked up a notch on the offensive end for this team.
You know, we talked about it all year, about how coachable, how together this team has been. And it just goes to show, I mean, they watch the film, they believe in the staff, and now I really just think our mentality and mindset has changed. We have been really impressed with how we've played offensively the past, not just this weekend, but the past 4 games. You know, just in terms of our mindset to keep the foot on the gas pedal, our mindset to make the right play, our mindset when we shoot it, let's shoot it with confidence, our mindset that, hey, if it's not my night, then let me get off it. Let's get somebody else a shot. Let's keep the ball moving. Let's keep our bodies moving. And then there's the second piece to this, which we're really that could see us as we go through this, is our offensive rebounding numbers have really jumped off the chart. And that's something we didn't have early at all. And now it's something that we're starting to.
Hold on, Coach. Hold on here. We lost him. And it seems like he dropped the phone. Okay. Hopefully he's okay. We want to get hooked up with the coach right there. No, I mean, this has been 4 consecutive blowout wins. I mean, major blowout wins for this Aztecs team. And the defense is always there. You know the Aztecs are going to show up defensively, but offensively, it's just amazing, because I want to ask him about Keyshawn Johnson, who, you know, came off the bench and had a big game here, especially in the absence of Terrell Gomez going scoreless in this game against Wyoming. But when you look at the depth, you look at the layers, very different team, Ernie, than they were a year ago, where they were really dependent on their 5 starters. We got Coach back. Coach, are you there?
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Not a problem.
It's all right. Hey, Coach, one of the neat things is, you know, about San Diego State in the program is you get to see players get into the junior and their senior years. And you know, Matt Mitchell, a guy that had the opportunity to go test the waters of the NBA this past season, but he decided to stick around. And to me, what he has been able to accomplish here, 1,000 points, 500 rebounds, 200 assists, 100 steals, is that sort of the joy for Aztec fans to be able to see that. What has he meant to this program to be able to achieve those type of numbers?
Well, it's been great. It's Matt playing the right way. Matt, you know, continuing to just make the right play. And I think when he was younger, he put so much pressure on himself. And to be honest, guys, I mean, if we really think back, I think he had 31 points in one of his first couple games in college against Eastern Illinois. And to me, it was one of those things where he expected that to be every night. Well, when you go from not being on a scouting report to being the number 1 guy on the scouting report, things change. But it's been so fun. And again, as a coach, as someone who's seen Matt, you know, play throughout high school and now being a part of his every day at San Diego State, I mean, again, we talked about how great of a leader he is, but it's just been so fun to see his growth as a basketball player, teammate, and Matt. And I mean, if he scored was the other night, he'll score. If it's just someone else, he'll do that. If it's his night to go get an offensive rebound, he'll go do that. And then at the end of the day, he's one of the best defenders we have on our team, and he always has been since he got here. And he's just such a great leader in so many different ways. But, yeah, it's been fun to see Matt continue his growth as not just a person, but as a basketball player as we go along through his senior year.
No, you certainly expect it from him. Maybe you weren't expecting 15 points off the bench for Keyshawn Johnson. You know, the sophomore hasn't played a whole lot. I know he had a double-digit output against Irvine earlier in the year, but what does that mean for him? Because, you know, you want to contribute, obviously. You want to be able to get the notice of the coaches, hey, I can be a big-time contributor for this team. So what did that effort for Keyshawn Johnson do for him moving forward for this season?
The number one thing we hope it did is it grew his confidence. You know, we hope that his mentality and his mindset can kind of take over now to say, okay, I've done this before. It wasn't just a one-off game against UC Irvine earlier in the season. I just did it against Wyoming, a conference opponent. Now let me try to build off this. And he's so athletic and he's so long and he can make so many plays that others can't, that we're hoping that Keshad continues to grow. And the number one thing for Keshad is he has to continue to work at practice. He's been awesome at practice. I'm shocked it took us this long to see his kind of performance in a game, because we see it all the time at practice. But it was fun to see, and we needed those points the other night. I think that was a huge piece because Wyoming got hot in that second half. But Keshad also got hot in that second half, and he made a lot of good shots, and he had some really nice rebounds. And to me, Keshad's growth has really been shown on a defensive end all year. But now we're starting to see some production offensively, which is going to be huge for our team moving forward. Hey,
Coach, you talked about the high-level playing. Is there a way that you balance that out to make sure that at some point it just comes to a stalemate? How do you go and balance that high-level playing game to game where they, in a sense, don't burn out?
Part of that is just, again, what are we playing for? And I think if you have that mindset that we're playing still for the league championship, we're playing to make sure that we don't have regrets replace dreams. I think we've put ourselves in a position now where if we practice hard every day, if we really concentrate on preparing for opponent, which we have been doing all year, and then we continue to have the mindset mentality that we have offensively, which is to really be aggressive, really shoot that ball with confidence, really make the right play, and then obviously defend at an elite level. For us, as we go through these next couple of games, especially going out to New Mexico doesn't have the greatest record, but if we go out there with the same mindset we had for Air Force, for Wyoming, if we can really grow from those two games at Utah State like we have and continue to grow, I think our guys, and we can see it in their eyes, and I hope you guys, I know you guys watch every game. I mean, there's just such a bounce to them right now, a confidence, a playing of free that you want to see as a coach, and I hope it continues throughout this next week.
All right, so next up, New Mexico on the road. I take it we're heading to the pit, Coach?
No, neutral.
No, we are not.
Yeah. Okay. So what are you looking for now? Building off these 4 dominating victories, averaging a 30-point margin over the last 4 games against, let's face it, some of the lesser teams over the next few weeks. How do you keep that focus? How do you keep that momentum going against some of these opponents you're going to see over the next couple of weeks?
The number one thing is we just have to continue to get better. I think our guys are. I don't think that we're anywhere near where we could be. One of the things that we've struggled with a little bit this year is defensive rebound. If we want to be an elite team, we will defensive rebound. And also on the offensive end of the floor, we'll offensive rebound. Well, New Mexico is one of the best offensive rebounding teams. Now, they're not the best defensive rebounding team, but so that means we should be able to get offensive rebounds. So even just a little goal like that, can we win the board battle every single game we play these teams on this week? That's going to be number one on the scouting report. So again, continue to create goals for our guys. And then the other thing is, offensively, can we just continue to tighten up? I thought that first half, the first game of Wyoming, we had 2 turnovers. I believe in the second half, I think we had 10 or 12 turnovers in just one half. That's not good enough. That's not the consistency that we were talking about. That's not the mindset and mentality to just make the right play, be sharp with the ball, tighten up our handle, jump stop, make the easy play. So, again, there's always things to improve and grow on. But this week, the number one thing that we will be preaching, that we will be setting our goals for, is to win the rebounding battle.
Well, Coach, I tell you what, it is great to see the Aztecs playing this level. Obviously, we want to keep all this momentum going. All the best to the guys, and let's go Aztecs.
Appreciate you guys. Let's go Aztecs.
There you go.
All
go
right,
Aztecs.
so rolling right there.